Hello everybody, welcome back to Dee's Book Brain. I'm Dee and this is my book brain. Today I am going to be showing you what I got from McKay's, which is the Buy Sell Trade store in my husband's hometown. You saw my unhaul, you saw everything that I sold, and now you're going to see everything that I bought because I can't help myself. I have problems, but here we go. All right. So the first book I got is 2012 by Whitley Strieber. I don't know if this is connected to the movie 2012, but it's kind of got the same premise, the end of the Mayan calendar, chaos ensues. I love a good apocalypse book, like end the world, please, please, I beg you, end the world. But I'll read those books because that's a subject that I can get behind. All right, thank you. Next we have Tortures of the Damned by Hunter Shea. I have not actually read any Hunter Shea, but a lot of these books are on my list because from everything that I've seen, they usually deal with like monsters and stuff. But this one is kind of a post-apocalyptic or mid-apocalyptic happenings right now. I don't really know. But that cover is terrifying. I love a burning city landscape. Please help me. But this will be good. Apocalypse. Yes. All right. So next we have Stinger by Robert R. McCammon. This is, I don't know. It's kind of got like an old vintage cover feel to me. And it reminds me of Tremors, which was one of my favorite movies growing up. Me and my dad would watch that every single time it came on, and I never got tired of it. So this looks like a desert town, which is haunted and traumatized by this reptilian thing in the sand, which is always a good time if you ask me. So, Stinger. And I like this. It feels like a snake skin. So that's cool. Now, in the vein of monster movies, we're not talking about movies. In the vein of monster books, we have Devour by Kurt Anderson. Look at that terrifying creature. I am a sucker for huge monsters. The last Godzilla movie, Godzilla and the King of Monsters, or whatever it was called, the movie was not that good, but the monster scenes, oh my gosh. I love giant animals. If you make an animal giant, make it destructive, make it kill people, I will be so happy. I love it. I love it. So yeah, Devour. And it says, the real king of monsters. Back up, King Kong. Back up, Godzilla. This, whatever this is that's going to eat this ocean cruise liner's coming at you. I'm excited. All right, so now the rest of the books I got are, they make me feel like a kid again. So growing up, horror has always been a huge thing for me. Like scary books, scary movies, scary TV shows. And one of the staples of my childhood was the Goosebumps books by R.L. Stine, as most horror lovers can attest. That's kind of your first foray into the world of terror. So I actually have a lot of R.L. Stine's Fear Street books and some Christopher Pike books, and a few random, like maybe a point horror in here somewhere, but let's get to it. So the first book we have is The First Scream in the Fear Street Fear Park series. So it's the first one, and it's, you know, one of the reasons I love these books is because you really can just knock these out in like one sitting, and you've gotten a good scare. You've gotten a fun scare. And you know, I've read these as an adult, and they hold up. I mean, they're not, you know, going to keep me up at night by any means, but they kind of have a thrill factor to them. So we're not going to discount these as horror lovers. So I have a 1 and a 2, and I don't want to get them out of order. I have Wrong Number by R.L. Stine, Fear Street, and then I have Wrong Number 2. So fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. That makes for a good sequel. All right, so next we have What Holly Heard it was too shocking to tell. But I have a feeling they're going to tell us in this book. Otherwise, why even bother? And next we have Hit and Run. I don't think this is in the Fear Street world. I think this might just be like a one-off, but it's still, you know, classic teen horror feel to it. And it looks decent premise, kind of like I Know What You Did Last Summer, but not. I don't know. We'll find out. And then we have The Stranger by Caroline B. Cooney. Look at that. Like, this is actually kind of like, that's really creepy. I love creepy images. Like, the creepier the better. And this is like legit. And I don't mean like dolls with missing eyes. Like, that's not creepy. That's just a defunct toy. But like, I like stuff like this that's like just weird. But this is good. Let's see, what is this one about? Young girl, young boy falling in love. Something's not right with him. The young girl finds it. She finds more than she was thinking she'd find. Terror ensues, so that's fun. So next we have The Secret Bedroom, which I think this will probably be the first one I read in this little series. This just looks like a good time. Secret bedroom. Don't we all have a secret bedroom? No, just me? Got it. All right, Switched. Kind of looks like a Freaky Friday, but nobody's having a good time. Then we have The New Boy. Everybody likes The New Boy until he murders you. Ah! All right, next is The Thrill Club. Looks kind of like a Midnight Society, Are You Afraid of the Dark thing. So that'll be fun, yeah. Then we have, I believe this is a point horror novel. It's got point at the top, and it's The Cheerleader by Caroline B. Cooney. Same one that brought us The Stranger. And I really love that cover. Let's see if I can get a close-up of her. Will it focus? Probably not, but she is ghostly. I mean, she looks like she is straight up. Is it gonna try now? No, it's still fuzzy. Okay, that's fine. Look it up. Look at her face. She scares me. And then we have Summer of Fear by Lois Duncan. I don't know. I just saw this. It looked like a simple, straight up horror. So I figured, why not? And taking pictures of death, as you do during the summer. All right, so the next, the last bit we have are Christopher Pike books. And again, I am back to looking not at the camera. I don't know if I'll ever be able to stop doing that, but here's hoping. So first we have The Grave by Christopher Pike. This one seems kind of weird. Like, from what I gather on the premise, she's alive, but she might not be alive, but she's definitely might be dead, but not deaf. I don't know. There's a lot going on to this. This could be multi-layered. I have a friend who read a lot of Christopher Pike growing up, and he highly recommends him. And I've actually never read anything about Christopher Pike, but what better place to start? Next, we have The Lost Mind. And this doesn't have a die cut, but it's got a really cool second page. So I'm assuming lots of witchcraft, summoning demons, as you do. Next we have See You Later. It's just like he fell in love with the right girl at the wrong time story in my life. So yeah, a little scary guy up at the top. And then we have Execution of Innocence. And this seems like I won't say this seems more like a murder mystery, but there's definitely like someone's died and the wrong person is being put up for it, but reasons that they're not that person. I don't know, it looks good. And then we have, oh, this one looks really interesting. I actually might read this one first. Whispers of Death. It's about these two kids that go out of town for reasons, plot reasons, and they come back, everyone is gone. And then they try to contact people in other towns and everyone is gone. Like, everyone in the world is gone. But the only people who are still alive or still around are other students or other people who are connected to this mysteriously murdered young woman. But I am super stoked about this one. This one's going to be a lot of fun. And lastly, we have The Last Vampire. As I understand it, this is actually part of a bigger series. So, you know, Christopher Pike wrote the Thirst series, and it just occurred to me that that might be this. I could be totally wrong because I have zero idea, but Last Vampire, Christopher Pike. All right, so that is everything that I got at McKay's. I'm actually very excited about this because I feel like this is one of the few times that I've bought books that I can just like knock them out left and right by reading them. So, you know, as I read them, I'll let you know what I think, and it'll be fun. We'll have a good time. All right, thanks for tuning in. Well, sign-offs are really hard. Catch you later, alligator. Bye!